Hey guys, welcome back to Quick Shifts. My name is Jason. This is our 4XE, and this is going to be the first time that we take off the roof using our hoist. And we're going to see if we remember how to do this. It's been about 3 years since I've taken the roof off a Wrangler. So stick with us as we show you guys how to pop this off. All right guys, so this is our 2023 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 4XE, 4xE. And what we're going to do today, as you guys can tell, I haven't even opened this up. We're going to take the roof off as we talked about. And to do that, first we have the Freedom 3-piece top. And what we have to do is take these two front pieces off. So we're going to go ahead and grab those, get this bag out of the bag, and put the top in here. And then we're going to use our hoist system and hoist the top off the Jeep. All right, so just some tape on here. Use our foot and hold this out of the bag, and we'll get that in the trash a little bit later. This is the Freedom panel top bag. Even shows you how to secure it in the back of the Jeep if you want to do that, but we'll just leave it sitting here in the garage. So we'll unzip this and next start grabbing the two panels off the top of the Jeep. All right, so for every Wrangler they have this Freedom panel top, or every Wrangler that has a Freedom top, and it has this bag. And within the bag itself, it tells you to start with the driver's side. So we'll go ahead and do that. And this will be the same for any Wrangler, not just the 4XE or 4xE. So we'll be grabbing this panel first. To do that, you open the door. And inside, you have a couple of stays. You have to flip here. There's one up here, one up here, this latch, and of course the one in the front. So we'll go ahead and flip those over. And that should allow us to push it up. And then we can pull this right off. Of course, I'm gonna use two hands, so I have to put the camera down. All right, we've got the panel. They're not heavy, but secure them, because if you drop them, they will crack corners, get all scratched up, and you don't want that to happen. So use two hands if possible, and then you place it in the bag. And the bag, as you can tell, is slotted on the bottom for these to sit right in. Once you have the first one in the slots, you'll notice that this does have a flap on the bag that folds over. And what that does is it protects the panels from rubbing up against each other. And I like to fold this back in. So now we go grab the other side, the passenger side, same process. And again, you have the latches you need to get. And then it lifts off. All right, so once you got it over to the bag, just like before, take this, set it in the panels, and there's a zipper. And now we've got the Freedom top off. And next, we're going to get the bolts on the rail off. Now, in order to get the back panel off, like we talked about, there's actually 8 bolts. There's 3 along the rail here on each side. 1, 2, 3. And then there's actually 2 on the front. There's one here and then one over there on the other side. And Jeep does provide you with a kit with the tools to do this and to take the doors off. Today we're just going to take the top off. So you have a kit with the socket, but we're going to cheat and use this drill with the socket that I have to make it much faster. Once you have these bolts out, all 8 of them from the back and the front, now you need a place to put them, and Jeep has thought of that. So we'll move these off to the side. We're in the back of the Wrangler here. You fold this up, and you have slots for these 8 bolts. Ta-da! Okay, next up we need to release the electrical and the water line for the back window from the Jeep. before we go ahead and lift the top up and off. Pull that red switch down, able to push it in and pull it down. And then for the water, there's a little button here. Push that in and pull it down. So at this point, there is nothing connecting the Jeep. Don't forget this, you will rip these wires out. Always make sure you do this. So with my hoist system, first I needed to use this pulley to lower these cables down. So now they're down on the roof, and I can open the buckles on each end and run these through the top itself to secure it. All right, so now that we got the cables down, what we're gonna do is we run them through the back. We'll have obviously one on this side. It'll go back through here and across the top, and then come out over here. What I like to do is I like to use a microfiber towel and put them on the touch points just as extra security so we don't mar up this top. So guys, this is what this looks like, covering the touch points here. And then here's what it looks like here. And then when we pull this up taut, it'll pull this up against there and protect it. So here's what it looks like from the inside. And one thing you want to make sure you don't do is that this line goes on the outside of these bars. You don't want it tangled in, otherwise you'll try to lift your Jeep up. So make sure you clear those behind it. All right, so again, we grab the line, we run it down through. It's on the outside of this pillar, goes up along the other side, and then we're gonna pop out, grab it there. You see it's cleared back there. We got the clasps here, and we will hopefully click these together. Still clear there, still clear there. Come around and check. And you do want to do this with the doors cracked in the back to allow these lines to get taut and not bind. So here we have this one. I'm gonna do a little bit of adjustment, pull that up. And the back looks good. So now we can go ahead and pull the pulley all the way taut and start lifting the top off. Now that we've checked it all, we're gonna grab the hoist here. You guys will see. Boop. Off it starts going. So as we pull, you want to make sure that you're watching this and watching this so it clears your doors. You don't have anything rubbing up against. You don't want to damage your paint. And you just keep pulling down. Ta-da! One topless Jeep. Okay, so now we have the top completely lifted off with our hoist. And you can see how the strap runs from front to back. The last thing we want to do is secure these wires so they're not just hanging about here. They have a slot that you click this into and secure this on top. I don't know. I don't like this. I wish they had something better. I liked it better when it tucked down inside. But that's it, guys. That's the top off on the Jeep Wrangler 4xe using a hoist system, which I highly recommend. If you have a Freedom top, you don't need a motorized. The pulleys on this make it super easy to pull this up and out of the way. And then you can go topless on your Jeep and enjoy what makes the Jeep a Jeep. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You find this content useful, and you guys can hit the like button, share it with your friends, subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. Let us know what else you want to see, what information you want to get, and if there's anything I missed or you have suggestions for me, hit those down below. I love reading those comments. Thanks for watching. Checking in with you guys again later.